Okay, Jim.
Dayton Conservation Commission is opening its public hearing meeting at 6 p.m. at the Old Town Hall, 1111 Somerset Avenue. We are being on cable, internet posting, and www.dayton-mass.gov and YouTube. Would everyone stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first hearing, it's a notice of intent application by Carl Rebello of Bell Farm Estates that has been continued or will be continued at the request of the applicant. Is there a motion to continue?
So moved.
Second, is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that meeting is December, what's the date on that one, Lisa?
18th.
I'm sorry?
December 18th.
December 18, 12/18. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a notice of intent application from Dayton Boatworks LLC, also known as Shaw's Boatyard at 86 Main Street, map 17, lot 1, and for the proposed construction of a boat storage building and appurtenant structures within 100 feet of a bordering vegetated wetland, and also within 200 feet of the Taunton River. Okay.
Did you guys get a chance to review the memo that just came in for that?
Okay.
I read it.
Yes, go ahead. You're on.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
Good evening, members of the commission. Brad Holmes with Environmental Consulting and Restoration. Here with you tonight is Corey Clausen with the applicant's team. We filed a notice of intent for the 86 Main Street, the Dayton Boat Works. I know you know the property well. What we filed is a notice of intent for a boat storage building in the northern portion of the site. The site does contain several wetland resource areas, as you noted in the opening. The site contains a salt marsh along the limit of the river. The site abuts the Taunton River, so with the Taunton River we have a 200-foot riverfront area which encompasses the whole site. And we're also within land subject to coastal storm flowage, which is the coastal flood zone to the river. So the property is fully within the jurisdiction of the Conservation Commission. As I said, we're proposing a boat storage building. This is the existing conditions plan here. This is the proposed conditions plan here. This area here is used for boat storage. There's a driveway, paved driveway. This is gravel and boat storage throughout the portion of the site here. What we're looking to do is put a new 74 by 100-foot boat storage building here within this previously developed area. And with that, we would include a stormwater management system to handle the roof water runoff that would be generated from the new building, and also some of the stormwater that's encompasses through the property. With that building would come typical utilities, and it's a flat area, so there's not a lot of earthworks needed, but you'd have whatever construction would be associated with the building. We have had a chance to coordinate with Weston and Sampson. We've had a first review and a second review. We responded to the second review last week, which is what Lisa referred to. I think that we have everything is my opinion. We've got everything basically nailed down or agreed. I don't think there's anything outstanding. We can talk about anything that Lisa may feel or Megan may feel. We can discuss further. Part of the review that we've gone through with the peer review process is there haven't been any changes to the design of the project, but we did include a mitigation proposal to add plantings and create a vegetative buffer, which there is none now. The property doesn't require mitigation in the sense that it's a riverfront redevelopment, and we're redeveloping over existing degraded area. So we don't have a trigger for under the state regulations to do a planting scheme or reduce the amount of degraded area on the site. The project actually results in a reduction in degraded area. And when you're looking at the riverfront redevelopment, what's the trigger here? What the commission is concerned about is what's degraded. And anything on the site that's degraded is areas like pavement, buildings, gravel, something that has a loss of topsoil. So this project actually, with the stormwater management system proposed, will actually have a more or less degraded, more vegetated surfaces on the site resulting from the stormwater. And as I said, we're proposing a mitigation planting plan to give some vegetated buffer with salt tolerant plants here to give a buffer to the salt marsh. That we're proposing so that we can entice the Conservation Commission and work with under your wetlands bylaw. This project can't meet your 50-foot setback, but as I said, we're already in existing degraded areas. So we're proposing to add
Okay, so
something
you're
here.
saying you're within the 50-foot no touch zone, no bill zone?
We are. The whole property's in your resource areas.
No.
So we're already in the land subject to coastal storm flowage, and we're already in the 200-foot riverfront. So we're in the resource area no matter what. That's what the property can't avoid it. This property has been developed prior to at least the Dighton wetlands regulations. So we're working within the areas of reworking areas that have already been degraded. But with this mitigation plan, I think it's a win-win in the sense that you get a vegetated buffer where there is none there now. And that also goes with the stormwater management system. So I threw a bunch out to you, and that's a brief overview of the project. We can get into some details if you'd like to, but I just didn't want to give you too much. And
I'm going to let Megan jump into this. Megan?
Sure, yeah. Lisa, would you like me to give a presentation or just maybe address a few of the items that Brad talked about? Either way works for me.
Yeah, I think we could do a presentation.
Okay. Oh, it says I cannot share my screen. I guess if you're able to let me share my screen, that's great. If not, I'll just walk through them as you're working on that.
We can give her, I think we can give her rights, call, what do you
Yeah.
call it? It's up in
I
here
don't know
too.
how.
Happy to walk through it.
Yeah, I know we can give you rights so you can share, I forgot what it's called,
It might not be on that.
tools.
Yeah, it might be in that.
Let's see,
Yeah,
here,
and then the dots, right?
and then go, make co-host, and then confirm. And try that again if you don't mind, please.
Yep, that looks like it worked.
Okay, cool.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Are you ready to begin your presentation?
She's setting it up.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
sorry, give me just 1 second.
here's a mitigation proposal if you'd like to pass it around.
All right.
Great. I'm hoping you guys are seeing the presentation right now.
Yes.
Great.
Make this large.
I'm having some trouble making it larger, but let me
No.
just run through this quickly to not
It's
waste any
fine.
more time. So just to give a brief overview, as Brad already mentioned, this is where the site's located. It's along the Taunton River. He had gone through the plan, so I'll skip over that. I'll show just a few site photos from our site visit that Lisa and I went out to. It does show, as he was saying, a lot of degraded area, a lot of pavement, gravel, and loss of topsoil. And here are just a few photos of the wetland resources nearby. On the right here is a Phragmites stand right next to where the boatyard is, and on the left here is some more Phragmites, but turns into more of a typical salt marsh along the Taunton River. And I guess to jump right into some of the comments, I know Brad, you had talked about the alternatives analysis. I think it would be helpful to have some more information about why there's no other place on site where this building could go. I know you provided some additional information, but it does seem like there might be other places on site. So if you could just shed some light onto why those other places definitely don't work for this project, that would be helpful, I think, for the commission.
Yes, we talked about, as far as an alternatives, when you're in the riverfront, there's an alternatives analysis required, and that is for new riverfront work. If this wasn't a degraded project, and we didn't comply with riverfront redevelopment, we have to go through a thorough riverfront analysis to comply with the regulations. Under the riverfront redevelopment standards, there is not a requirement to provide an alternatives analysis, but we did answer the question of why it couldn't be put in another location. It doesn't work with the layout of the site. As you know, it's an operational boatyard, and they're storing boats and materials and trying to get around the site. Moving the building back, you would have lost about 2,500 square feet of boat storage. The other operational components of the site just don't allow for a building of that size somewhere else.
If you put the building, if we move forward, you're getting closer to the water. I mean, again, there's no place on that portion to look at it other than to put a building. We're putting it right on the property line on the back, staying of course 15 feet off it. But if you go forward, there's a road that goes around. We put boats in the middle and all the way around. We're putting this building right where the boats were before. We're not taking anything away and putting, this is where the boats were. And we're just putting cover over top of them. That's mostly what it is. This is where the, right here.
This is where the building
Yeah,
is.
this is where the building is. If you move forward, you're taking where we go around for the boat. For the, if anything should happen with the fire department, this is what this road is for, going back and forth. Any type of movement here, we get rid of this. So that's what's, you know, truthfully, it's the best place for it. If you come this way, this is where this is right here is where the ramp is. So that's water. It's showing right here. So there's, you know, if you come over here, now you're just closer to the water. So we're back in this where truthfully it's the perfect place for it.
And is there no way to make the building smaller? Just want to make sure I'm asking all the questions.
Well, we want to be able to use it for storage. Like I said, right where we're putting it is where we have, you know, 40, 50 foot boats. You go smaller, any which way, again, it's exact same place we're putting the boats. You know, we're going to take the boats from being outside to inside.
The commission typically doesn't allow work in the 50-foot no build or the 25-foot no touch. That's why we're asking these questions, yeah.
And that's why we recognize that to prepare the mitigation proposal.
Okay, so this mitigation that you have shown us here is that to, shall I say, replace that buffer zone that you wish to take?
We're not really taking any buffer zone in the sense that everything's, you have a full buffer zone around the bulkhead, right?
Yeah.
On any normal day, if you go out there now, this is an operational buffer zone. There's no vegetation there. There's boats stored all the way up to the bulkhead. It's been that way. So what we would do is we'd be turfing out that degraded area and revegetating it with that planting strip.
Yeah.
So you'd have more, that at the end of the day, that's a benefit of vegetative buffer where there is no vegetative buffer.
And what's the square footage on that?
2,500 square feet. So not only you get a vegetative buffer out, but you're also taking out that boat storage area in that location.
That buffer area, we're storing boats right there right now. That's gravel, we're putting boats there right now. So we're again, since we did this, we're giving that area, you know, to help out instead of putting boats back in there.
Okay.
Megan, do you wanna keep going?
Yep. Sorry, I was just playing around with my screen to make it. Can you see the full screen PowerPoint now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, thanks. So I guess moving on to my next comment, and I do want to say the applicant did address a number of comments. These are just the comments that still need just a little bit of discussion. This one identifies the mitigation plan that was provided, which looked great. And this condition is more for the commission that they may want to request or consider oversight by a qualified professional for monitoring of this mitigation area to monitor success for a period of 2 to 3 years, and with annual reports with photos showing the success of the mitigation area.
Yeah, I think that would be the plan. I mean, Brad put on this, new document that he handed us, basically some notes. But would you be providing the photographic documentation too for the 2 years?
Yeah, we would expect that that would be a special condition, that we'd have monitoring reports, which would be acceptable. We expect it.
Yeah, it's typical.
And we've talked about this a little bit already, so I'm not sure we need to talk about it more unless the commission would like to, but just that these locations are, proposed work is within the 25-foot no disturb zone and the 50-foot no structure zone. So I guess I will add, and this also goes back to the alternatives analysis, more just making sure that all impacts to Wetlands Protection Act and local resource areas are being minimized to the maximum extent practicable, which it sounds like you guys have explained why the building needs to go where it needs to go. And then comment number 7, I will defer to the commission. I know, and Lisa and I were out there, we sort of saw a wetland off property on private property. The photo on the right is, you can't see it too well from this photo, but there is a wetland sort of further down there. If the applicant should show this boundary on the plans, I think the applicant responded saying there are other resource areas in this area and that buffer zone is being accounted for from that. So I will defer to the commission on if they'd like to see that on the plans or not. I don't think they can go delineate it because it's on private property, but could approximate it to show there is a wetland there on the plans.
Yeah, I think it would just be a good idea to just
Well,
note it
it's-
on the plan that there's other resources beyond the project, off-site. If you could make a revision like that, just so for the future.
Yeah, we can put a note on the plan, off-site resources in this area haven't been identified or something to that effect. I mean, that pinch point with the salt marsh is gonna be the closest, is closer with the extending the buffer into the site, so it's not, it's further away, but there would be a buffer to it, correct?
Right now, all this work that is on, it's not gonna be the taking of any, let's say, new vegetation, it's, everything is, okay, all right.
With the mitigation and the stormwater basin, there's gonna be new vegetation to the site that never existed.
Okay.
We're adding to it, not subtracting.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the stormwater basin? Is it gonna be, like, what is the base of it gonna be?
I think it's a vegetated infiltration basin.
Okay.
The elevations and grading are here. There's a berm around it that will accept the roof water runoff, and then I know that Dave DeVignan, professional engineer, has designed it so it will also capture some of the site runoff as well. So it's not just the building.
Okay.
And then currently the site doesn't have stormwater,
There's
so
absolutely none.
sure there's a benefit there.
Yeah,
The building on
piers or is it, wall?
It's just a pole building, not on the piers or nothing, it's just a pole building. Again, it's just taking the boats from outside to inside.
Yeah.
This is just storage, nothing more than storage.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you were gonna put a, 4-foot foundation,
No, just poles.
poles.
And the interior is gonna be earth or concrete or?
For now, it's just gonna be, just regular, rock inside. Again, it's just
So you're not changing the
Just a
base?
simple building, right?
Yeah, just a simple building.
The roof, the sides.
Okay, so now, if I heard you right, it's gonna be a gravel, base?
Gravel for now, we might go, we'll see, since it is, we might go with cement inside, but that might be 2 or 3 years down the road. Or, but I don't think, either way on that, I don't think it matters, does it?
This type of building doesn't
It's
have a
just a pole
foundation.
building.
Yeah, all it has is just a floor. Yeah.
It's just a floor, so I think, if they do it because of cost of it, and again, the, size of the building and stuff like that for the cost, so.
It's really not that big of a building for, for boat storage. No, I hear you.
So we gonna have any pollution prevention measures with the boat storage building?
Pollution, there should be nothing that we don't have now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. like,
Yeah, there's nothing,
You're gonna-
there's nothing
Is it
different.
right to store maybe things that you would have kept
No, there's nothing,
outside?
other than boat storage, there's nothing, because we have the other shops on the property that
Okay.
have anything. This is just strictly boat storage.
Is that vegetation considered?
Okay, Megan, do you have some more to go?
I do. I think I just have one more comment. They provided a great graphic in their submission showing degraded riverfront area and non-degraded, make it really easy to see that. There was just a piece on site that was not degraded, that had grass, and I just want to make sure that was pulled out and accounted for in case of any future submissions on site, that all of the numbers are accurate in the submission so that future applications can go off based on that. I think that should be a pretty easy fix for the applicant to just provide that number so it's accurate in the submission.
We provided that and that they updated the detail, so that is
Okay.
that's in the hands of the commission.
Great.
Great.
Okay,
That's all from me.
okay.
Thanks, Megan.
Do you have any, members, do you have any questions to ask? No, I hear that, and, I know that the structure's gonna be a little bit within our, no-build zone, but, as far as compensating, we'll call it compensation with that 2,500 square foot, green area that they're gonna do.
Yeah,
There's your compensation.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to ask a question about that. So, building in the 50-foot, you said it would take away, if you had to move it, it would take away 2,150 square feet, and you would lose that boat storage. So, is there any way to maybe, do you have placards on your plan? Posts and placards, because we typically require that now.
Yeah, we could put conservation posts up and plaques at the edge of the mitigation. Yeah.
With the other boatyard, we have them do that, and then we just like them to just kind of let it grow in instead of, any areas you can not mow all the time. Maybe you could do like a wildflower mix in that little green rectangle instead of like mowing it. Just something to think about.
I can gladly get with you once we start in this and of your questions or anything like that you want us to do, I'm happy to do it, especially that.
Yeah,
I can add the conservation posts to the mitigation plan.
okay.
Do you have plaques at your office, or do we?
Yeah,
do we have some?
placards.
Okay,
They're $1 each.
Okay.
And so you just put them normally every 25, 30 feet, and you choose the posts that you put them on. And they're just low, but or you could make them taller, whichever. As long as they're permanent.
I'm glad they pick them up.
We'll use a nautical theme.
Any other questions here? Is there anyone in the audience who has questions for these gentlemen? Okay, shall we,
So we're adding the posts and the placards, and we're adding,
This is new here too.
adding a note, about the other resources, not verified, off-site.
Yep.
And, documentation needs to include photographs, and it's gonna be coming from ECR, right?
Hopefully, if they don't kick me out.
okay,
Well, we're gonna condition it like that.
okay.
Megan, was there another one, or was that it?
But she said that was it.
For conditions?
Well, I mean, for changes to the plan.
No, if they provided the number of the non-degraded area at updated calc, then no. No other.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you just wanna just calculate it on the plan too, cause you're already changing the plan a little bit, right? So- And I think that would be sufficient.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So move.
Oh, wait a minute, let's, no. You gotta make a motion either to accept
I'll make a
and
motion.
issue an order of conditions or reject.
I'll make a motion to the conditions.
To accept and issue an order of conditions. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa.
Give you a little time to get a holiday in the middle. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Yep.
Good luck, everyone.
Cory, have a good night.
Next on the agenda is a notice of intent from John Paul Rossi of Zeneca. That's at Muddy Cove Pond, and they have requested a continuance to our December 18 meeting. Is there a motion to continue?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Another item on the agenda is a notice of intent, application by Tyler Gooch of 553 Center Street, map 13, lot 42A. Lisa, you said that there was also a request to continue?
Yes.
Okay, is there a motion to continue to December 18?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Lisa, what's on the hold on that one?
They are, filing with the planning board, and then they're going to request that Weston and Sampson redo their proposal to include both, and then they'll pay the Weston and Sampson payment then.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is a request for an amended order of conditions from file number 17-483 from James Logan at 823 Prospect Street, map 4, lots 370.
Let's say bye to Megan. Happy Thanksgiving, Megan.
Bye, Megan.
Bye, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate your help.
Yep.
Mr. Logan?
I can't complain.
Hello.
You can, but nobody will listen.
Oh, yeah.
These are copies of the bill plan.
Okay.
Thank you. Submitted.
Thank you. This is approved.
Okay, your name, please?
Greg from Outback Engineering, representing James Logan. The applicant is requesting to amend the original order conditions for the project at V23 Prospect Street, as there were some changes made in the field that were not on the original plan. Lisa requested through the applicant to amend the order to document the following changes. They added a 100-foot block wall was added in the backyard to provide more level area in the back of the house. The wall was built in a 50-foot no-build zone, which is not allowed unless they get permission from the Conservation Commission. Approximately about 850 square feet of underbrush was disturbed during the wall construction in the 25-foot no-touch. The applicant is proposing to regrade that and seed it with a natural seed mix, native seed mix. And Lisa also mentioned that she had talked to the applicant about repairing some ATV tracks and stuff that were in the wetland buffer zone.
Yeah.
So there was a discussion about
Okay,
that.
so that's stopped the
Oh, yeah.
AT.
They ain't driving over my grass now anyway, so they ain't going back there.
So,
Yeah, every once in a while I get a call from Swanee Drive.
Yeah,
I used to.
yeah.
Okay, so that plant, Lisa has all your proposals as far as revegetating and,
they've been,
I've been
They-
talking with Lisa.
yeah, she's been talking with Lisa. They've been working back together. They kind of
Yeah.
I know they're doing discussions, so we haven't really put any detail on it.
We were out there the other day. It looks
Yeah.
really good.
The
Actually,
yard
it
looks great.
looks a lot better than what I anticipated. It's like, wow,
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
really good. Guys did a good job.
Yeah. So we're just concerned about still, which Jim was already working with the polygonum, the knotweed. So if you could just keep going with trying to eliminate the knotweed so it doesn't take over the whole neighborhood.
Yep.
And then you had, I think I noted some autumn olive. Did you see the autumn olive out there?
I haven't been out there in a while, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's.
It was on the
there's-
front of the house to
You're
a
looking at
little
the
bit
house to the
more
right.
to the south.
Yeah,
Right by my meter.
Yeah, exactly. About
Yeah.
10, 15 feet, there was just one that was
Right.
pretty obvious. You could, it was like, oh. Yeah.
so like there's some autumn olive in there that you kind of want to get rid of. Because that'll just take over too. And then, so as far as the wetland area, it's gonna need a wetland seed mix. Normally New England wetland plants is the best place to get that.
Yep.
Don't get it at Job Lot, cause it will have a bunch of stuff in it.
It's a junk.
Don't get it at Amazon or Home Depot. I mean, I don't even know if Home Depot carries it. But, and then the area right below the wall, you had said something about some blueberries. Do you still?
Yeah, we were talking about that last time. I like to plant some blueberry trees back there. if I
Perfect.
can.
hey, they're native, they're wetland plants and you can eat them.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta get 'em
Kinda like
before
that,
it's
right?
ready.
So, like, how many do you think you're gonna do?
I mean, Reed's has got hundreds of them, so as many as I can fit back there, I'll put them back there. 'Cause
Okay.
We eat them, so.
Great. So like, I would say like a minimum of 8 would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a good, because the calculation of the square footage, I think 8. You're the planting guy, but
Well,
you're more of a landscape architect, so what do you
I'm just
think?
visually thinking,
Yeah.
Seeing it.
8 to 12, yeah, 10, right in the middle.
And then make sure they're the high bush and not the low bush. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, the low bush, they don't really produce the right one.
I can take care of that.
And just let us know and,
I'll probably wait till, because it's cool if I wait till spring on that, obviously, right?
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
So
can
we'll
get that.
follow
Yeah,
up. with
real
you on
early because,
Yeah, exactly.
when there's a lot of moisture in there and it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, there won't be any stress on the roots.
And you don't really have to water too much, but I wouldn't wait till June. I would
No,
definitely,
no.
yeah.
You know, April is probably a good time for it.
As soon as they're ready.
So we do have to issue an amended order, so we will,
Okay,
assuming they're gonna approve that
okay.
change.
Okay, you have the amended order, okay.
Well, no, I have to draft it
No, they've given you the amended
and request.
request, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking for a motion. Okay, do you have any questions up here? The audience have any questions? Okay, I'm looking for a motion then, to issue an amended order of conditions with, rehab of the wetlands.
I'll make a motion with the rehab of the wetlands.
Okay, it's a motion to issue a
Or should I
Your
say correction,
conditions.
it's not just wetlands, it's buffer zone, it's more like
buffer zone, yeah.
buffer zone and wetland, yeah.
Okay, so a motion to issue a amended order of conditions
For the law.
and a restoration plan.
I'll make a motion for the amended order of conditions and a restoration plan for the wetlands.
Okay, it's seconded by Jack. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
So I
Thank you.
have 3 weeks to come up with the conditions, so just check in with me. Next week's kinda very light for me, but the following week,
Yeah, wait till after Thanksgiving now. You got to go. Sounds good.
happy holidays. Thank you. See you later, Greg.
Don't eat too much turkey.
okay, next on the agenda is a request for determination of applicability from RMM Dayton for property at 0 Elm Street, map 23, a portion of lot 10. Work includes conducting percolation testing and access to the area. The applicant is requesting whether the boundaries of the resource area depicted on the plan are accurately delineated, whether the activities depicted on the plan is subject to the WPA, and whether the area and activities depicted on the plan is subject to the jurisdiction of the Dayton Conservation Commission bylaw. A portion of the work falls within the 100-foot buffer zone to the bordering vegetated wetlands. Okay. Okay, so your name is?
John Connell, site tech engineering.
John?
Is that the one? John Connell, CONNELL. Site tech engineering in New Bedford.
Okay. This is,
I just wanna grab the plans for the guys, unless you have more copies with you.
I didn't have the small cut, no.
okay, let's see, I have this here. Do you have anything there? No, okay. Okay, just all that I have here, this would be Elm Street, the property in question is right here, and this is, Ledge. And, oh, all right, here we go, that's better.
Have you gone out there yet, John? Okay.
Steve was the one that was doing all the site visits. and
Yeah,
Tied up a bunch of other stuff.
so this is Mr. Kingsley's property, that got bought for the solar. And there's
Okay.
ledge in the front, you're probably very familiar with it by the ledge.
Well, I can remember going out there for the solar, many times, but that was several years ago. Okay. So this is, you're planning to divide this into a couple, lots?
It's already been divided. This is, the solar farm is in the back, that was one lot, and then it was divided, this predated me, but it was divided into 2 different lots. This was lot 1 and lot 2 of the subdivision.
Oh, I see right here, okay.
So,
One and
yeah,
two.
you can see those 2 lots there, and, the applicant wants to do perk tests on the second lot. It's a portion of the map 23 lot 10 subdivision lot 2, and that location of perk test, that rectangle, that you see in that, the lower part of the plan. Speaking with Lisa, she wanted us to show the access, although this access, as I know now, is not, it's not, doesn't show the exact path through here. What they want to do is, there's a gate on the solar farm, if you were to go up the driveway to the solar farm,
Yeah,
you'd see the beginning of the dashed line there, right here. And the gate is in
yeah, I
this,
got that, yeah.
the gate is in this area here. I don't know if you can see, it's somewhere in here. And then, they would go around that gate. They have permission from the owner here. He owns, I think, he also owns this lot. So to find a path through the woods where we're not disturbing, and cutting anything down, and to get out to, the perk tests.
It's much closer to the wetland,
Is it?
John, that's why. You can see it on this, much clearer. So the wetlands off here,
Yeah.
and this is the path.
That's the
Just
path.
looking
Yeah,
here.
so,
So he's,
and then this
Evidently,
is the area they
this
staked out,
is
which is
here.
right next to the property line, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
a little
yeah, here's the
different than what
roadway,
you
here's
just
the
showed
roadway here.
us.
so he wants
You
to
know what I
come
mean?
in.
So he's
It's
taking
actually
through
right
the woods
here
over
where they're
here.
talking about.
Lisa said
Well,
this is
he
just.
couldn't
she
because
said
of the
this-
well
yeah.
there.
I
Yeah,
know, but that's
yeah.
what stakes.
It's on here. Well, I guess I'd ask, we'll stake those things out, I'll have them surveyed, but we can't go anywhere near that well radius,
Right.
nor can we be in with a 100-foot buffer, it's.
And then you got a lot of ledge there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have
So-
you have a contour map of this.
I don't have one here, but I mean, I know, they did do some topo out there, so. And that was one of the questions that Lisa had asked too, is how are you gonna access that? Well, that's, the developer will ultimately have to determine that, and if he can't get back there with a driveway that's approvable, then he's,
Well,
you know.
I think that's a big
You know,
issue. If you can get, you can't get an 8-foot machine down that path.
What, this path here?
Yeah, I don't think so. Do you, Lisa? You think so?
In portions of it, but yeah, it's gonna.
It's tough.
It's very tight. And so what it is it's a path, but then it drops. And then the wetland's right there. And then on this side, it's like, it's cut in. Actually, this was an abutter that's here. It was her grandfather's property.
The Kingsley property is I grew up there, so.
You know, I mean, you really haven't answered any questions from anyone up here so far as contour, how you're positively getting in there. You know, you're talking about that pathway, and that looks very precarious. It's partial, but maybe not wide enough, and then it's woods, and then it's a steep contour from what I'm hearing, and you don't have any contour maps to prove it. You've got a well, existing well and zone, which you're going, it appears as though your potential perk test is right at the edge of that existing well buffer zone, which does not allow you to do a perk test. You've got an awful lot of questions still being asked up here that aren't being answered.
Well, I mean, it's just, we've done 1 million perk tests. If you want us to go outside the buffer, we'll go outside the buffer, and I mean, this is a path that was already created. So, I mean, I think the thought, at least from the other engineer in the office, was that we'll use the existing path and not cut trees and all of that.
Has that person been out on the site?
Yeah.
I think we should let them try to perk it, and I wanna, see, we've run into situations with perks before where it's like, they say they're not gonna be in the buffer zone, and then they are multiple times. And then we have a lot of disturbance in the buffer zone, which is why I had you file for this, just to talk about it.
And it's close.
I would, I'd propose that, what I talked to you is, we'll have it staked out, we'll have it, either GPSed or, field survey with the total station out there, stake out the available area to perk outside the 100-foot buffer and outside that existing well. And as perks go,
Large trees.
Yeah.
Too. So you might wanna figure out what you're gonna have to do to deal with that.
I mean, usually, I'll go out and look at the box. I would say, I'll have the surveyor go out and stake that out ASAP, and we can both look at it.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
And then we can look at the trees. Usually we work around that stuff. We're not gonna be plowing trees down to do perks, so.
It happens though.
It does happen. I know. I've done a lot of perks. It does happen, absolutely. And it happens sometimes heading out there, which is why usually we want someone with a smaller machine to kind of meander and wiggle their way through a lot of those trees, because it behooves everyone to do that. And no one wants to sit there and cut trees down. It's pointless if you can avoid it.
I'm hearing a strong contour in this area. Where, and just from what you are thinking, or the owner is thinking, where would, where is that contour? Is it on this side? Is it on this side? Now, supposedly there's a lot of ledge over here.
Yeah.
All ledge.
My understanding is the contours are up in here. I don't know, maybe Lisa
Well,
can
see-
clarify it.
No, you're gonna have to clarify it as far as, as far as contour map
Yeah.
with this here, because you are indicating that you might be looking for a continuance to get what information we're looking for.
I'd like just permission to perk, because it's ultimately on the owner's, it's his responsibility to come in and find access to this thing. If he can't find access, he's wasted his time and money. This is,
I can follow that.
Yeah.
Before
He's
you
wasted
guys
his
make
money.
a decision
he's
though,
he understands what he's up against, and you say, you have to access this property, and he said, I wanna see if it perks, so.
I mean, say, in a perfect world, it perks wherever the spot is.
Yep.
How much is it gonna cost to put an access road in?
And that,
Go up off of, Maple Street, Tiger Lily, and
Yep.
all them up there. Those are all 100% ledge.
Yep.
I talked to the blaster. It was between $110,000 and $165,000 a lot, just the blast.
Just the blast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the house, and hey, if he wants to build on ledge, it's not going anywhere.
It's the same thing with the perks. You can get out there and not find anything with the perks.
Yeah,
There could be ledge there too, which makes the whole thing a moot point. But his goal is to try to find out if that perks, and then, that step B is, okay, can I get out there to these things? Can I put a house out here? And then all of those construction costs that he's gonna have to consider, whether that's even feasible, economically feasible for him. That's not something that I do. Ultimately, it's his gamble for that.
So before you make a decision,
And,
there's a butters here and there's this.
yeah. Okay,
Could
all
you
right, no, so right now, the only way you can get in there without wiping out forest is that roadway off the off the Solar Road, and then does that go all the way through, or does it end?
Yeah, if you look at,
The road's right here, Jim.
Yeah,
This is a
path
proposed-
goes
this is a
off
path.
that dotted line.
It's off of it, this pass comes off that.
but it's not, this isn't the exact location. Lisa says it's closer in through here.
There's a
And then,
path there.
yeah, there's a path there that's
Okay.
closer to the wetland, but we would
Okay.
be in the buffer zone. And that's why she
But
asked.
if there's a path, you can, if you have a machine small enough so that you don't knock over stuff as you're going out there, I mean, I don't know, is there a legend here? How far
This is a
that?
50 scale.
Oh, yeah, okay, 1 inch to 50.
Yeah.
So you're talking, 50, 100, 200, well, 400 feet that they would have to go through, on a cart path. Approximately.
I'd say even more than that.
Okay.
If you want.
By 14.
You get,
Well, you got the path up, so it's gonna start here.
okay, yeah. That's 300 right there. That's 300 to there.
Yeah,
And then that's another
200?
220 or so, so
Okay, so you're talking about-
520.
Okay.
20 feet.
Lisa, is this something that you would have to be there to make sure that, if they go in with equipment?
Well, I mean, I think I would like to be a part of that whole, I would like to, maybe not be, maybe not be there for the perk. Like,
No.
I don't have to be there for the perk, but I would like
Right.
to come at least, that day at some point. And,
I'd say, I mean, if I could do this, we'll have the test pit staked out physically on the ground, and I'll talk to the whoever contractor is ultimately gonna do the work, I'll talk to him, see what kind of machine he's gonna get out there and clear that stuff with you. And we can even meet before the
Yeah.
day of the perk. That way there aren't any surprises.
Okay, how about contour maps of this
I
area?
can add contours to it.
It's,
I
so
could-
the-
I would
our
do-
next meeting is December 18th. Are you willing to continue just so we can get that information? Or no?
I'd prefer to at least have him in the queue to do these things, and I can add the contours to the plan and get that over to you tomorrow.
Townhouse
Or
plus.
a month could cost him the perk, you know, I mean, I just would, I don't wanna do that. I would, but I'll give you all the information you need, and of course, you know,
If the commission's comfortable with it, but we still need to read that for the record and allow the public.
Okay,
input.
all right, okay, this is a letter from Stephanie Shores. It says, "Hi Lisa, thank you for your help. We are not able to make the meeting tomorrow to other obligations, but we would like to send a statement of concern as an abutter. If the meeting allows, of course, you could please forward our statement to the board." Okay, we are writing as residents of 2770 Elm Street, directly adjacent to the property currently under review for percolation testing. Our family, along with other neighbors, are concerned about how new development and disturbances of the land could impact the surrounding area. Our home is situated downhill from the proposed site, and water naturally flows towards our property. Alterations to the land could increase runoff, create drainage problems, potentially flood our septic system, or compromise the safety of our well water. The property also contains wetlands, and disturbing this area could further disrupt the natural flow of water affecting nearby homes. Additionally, the irregular shape of the lot, combined with strict requirements for placement of septic system, wells, and proper drainage, leaves very limited safe options for development. Its proximity to existing wells and septic systems further increase the risk to our neighbor's property. We respectfully urge the commission to carefully consider these concerns when reviewing the percolation testing request in order to protect neighboring homes and preserve the natural flow in the area. And again, that's from Jacob Andrews and Stephanie Shores.
At 2770 Elm Street, right?
Correct.
And then another
okay.
butter here too.
Do you guys have any questions? You know, knowing that there's that much ledge in there, you know, I would, and the contour, it's ledge and contour that seems to be, you know, to get into my mind all the time. Okay. You guys have any questions?
Well, 2770, is that down gradient? I'm not familiar with this parcel. Is that down gradient from where?
It's right where your wrist is, right where your hand
Oh,
is.
it's right here.
Yeah.
It's after Hot Street, it's
Yeah,
on
but
the
No,
right
what I'm
hand
saying
side.
is topo-wise.
Marked on the thing right
you see
here.
the sign.
Right there,
agenda.
I see all that.
2770.
I see all that, but is it downgrade?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Is
it's
this
downhill.
downgrade?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's downhill.
So you're going upgrade or downgrade?
We're higher than that lot.
Okay, that's what I wanna know. Okay. So they gotta adjust, reason, okay.
And if you look at, there's a well, there's a circle there, showing an existing well on the property. Which, now that well is 100-foot circle around it, correct? Okay, and so you're probably 5 feet beyond the test pit location, beyond that 100 feet.
Yeah, wherever that shows, you know, I mean, again, that's a box that when you go out there and start digging, you poke in an area, you see if it works, you move around. So this is just an area that we consider we have available to perk, even outside of it a little bit. But that's what I'll do. I'll have a box staked out there that will work in, and As far as, you know, developing a lot, I mean, those are concerns that everyone has for a lot. Those are concerns that we have when we design a lot. We're not trying to inconvenience anyone, but right now we're just asking to do the perks, and then we'll see what happens. If it perks, then we'd move on to the next step, and all of those considerations would be part of the plan. We won't know until we get the perks done, if it actually perks.
Okay, do you guys have any reservations of RDA versus NOI? Which would be the full-blown write-up, which they would have to give us much more information on the lot.
I think,
All this is, Jim, they,
yeah,
just access to dig a hole.
yeah, this is, I think we,
They're not putting a house, they're
right.
not putting in a
Okay.
road.
Well, I just,
Well, no,
no,
I mean,
I'm just,
I realize
I'm
that,
throwing that out.
and-
Is,
So it's temporary disturbance, yeah. It's temporary disturbance.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with developing anything. I mean, we got some questions out in the audience.
yeah, well, you guys are first.
Well, I realize that, but I mean, this, like I say, it's, you know, if they get a perk,
And they
they
might
gotta
not.
start the whole process. All they wanna do is
Yep.
go out there with a
No,
machine
no,
and dig a
well,
hole.
I'm bringing you guys
Yeah,
into
no,
the, into
I
the
mean,
I
debate.
agree with Jack.
Yep.
I agree with Jack.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
they
not
got a long
committing
ways to
myself,
go if they wanna
I'm
build.
just bringing it out and letting you people, you are the commissioners too.
Yeah.
Okay, audience.
So I'm very familiar with that
Excuse me?
property. Sorry.
Come to the podium, please.
Thank you, Dave.
Sorry about that.
Hi.
Hello.
So
Okay, state your name, please. so
Shara
for the
Costa.
audience.
Shara Costa, 2729 Elm Street. My biggest concern, blasting. Because I'm very familiar with this property. I grew up there. I currently live in the Kingsley household. And there isn't a lot of area to, maybe you can fit a tiny little Jeep down in these little spots down there. So I know there's a lot of ledge, a lot of pudding stone. Are we going to be blasting to do this perk? Because that's going to affect the neighbors as well as all of our houses. Like, what is gonna happen to foundations? What is gonna happen to walls? Like, it's a very,
They're gonna dig a hole, that's all.
they're not
They're
blasting.
not gonna blast for a perk test because
Okay,
the
that's
rock
what I'm
won't accept water.
Okay, and then, you know, just the stormwater runoffs and stuff like that, it's gonna affect all that. How many houses are planned?
No houses are planned yet. If we get the
But
perk,
it'd
that's a
be
single family.
single family.
Family.
Okay,
If it gets to that.
Okay, a perk test now is going to dig in soil to see if water will seep into the ground at a certain rate. And that would be your septic system, your tub water, toilet water, sink water. Okay, that's what this is. So there's not gonna be any blasting. If it passes, then they'll have to file again if they are within 100 feet of any resource area. And if that's the case, then they may or may not, do that. I don't know.
Okay, cause I know there's just, I know how the ledge works. And there's a ton of underwater, like underground ledge going all the way
Yeah.
through there. I mean, we've spent much time there. So I know the access way that you guys are talking about, where the solar panels are.
Mhm.
So there's not really a lot of area right there that I've seen, like for pathways and stuff. So I don't see how you're going to be able to get through all that wooded area without causing a lot of disturbance. But that's my biggest concern.
Okay, well, it's so noted here, but they wouldn't be blasting here at this level.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, cause my
Okay.
father's very concerned about that property,
No,
obviously.
No, that you're here, you had a concern, you came here and addressed it, that's what is necessary.
Yeah, it's the pollution, the wildlife, the stormwater, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
So, okay, thank you.
Anyone else in the audience have questions on?
Sharon?
Thank you.
Okay, if we permit this, we're not gonna be letting them knock over trees on their way in, they gotta use an existing path to get in.
Well, there's still gonna be disturbance with trees, so.
But I don't know how wide that path is.
Can we take a look at it? Could we condition it so we take a look at it, see if it's accessible without a lot of disturbance?
Well, if we act on it tonight, it's we either give them permission or we don't.
Yeah. We're working in the blind.
Yeah. On that pathway, and that's 500 feet.
That scale is.
I don't know.
I think it's more than that.
Dave, have you been down there at all?
Yes, I've been down there twice.
And
more than five- it's more than 500
How
feet.
wide is that pathway?
I mean, you're gonna fit a dingo down there. Other than that, you get a little bit wider of a machine, you're gonna have some rough spots. I mean, there's gonna be easier spots, but there're gonna be some tight spots.
No, that's all the way? All the
You
way to
agree with
the-
that?
Yeah.
And so,
All the way except for the area that's already a gravel path and then around the corner. Once you get into the thick, it's like, and you can see the wetland flags from there. That's why it's a little nerve wracking, because in some areas you're close to the 25 foot, especially A7.
but that's the path, that's not where they're gonna dig. Where they wanna dig is, it is outside the 100 foot.
Let's see. I think,
Close.
I think, how about this? Just for sake of time, that you allow it based on a site visit with me and John and maybe one of the other, or two of the other members. We can't have three because we have a quorum. And then we go look at it together, and if we feel comfortable, we allow it, and we might have to allow it with some erosion controls. And some knowledge that in the spring, we're gonna have to restore the buffer zone if needed.
If it's disturbed, yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay, would you repeat how you worded that?
I don't remember.
She wants to make it conditional, like I was saying.
Approval with the condition that, or give a negative determination with,
It would be a -2.
it would be a,
-2. Which is the work described in the request is within an area subject to jurisdiction under the act, but will not remove, fill, dredge, or alter the area, therefore the work does not require filing a notice of intent.
okay, that would, without altering, and so that's gonna be the big thing, so that you,
Actually, it'd be a
we,
-3, because we'd be having conditions, sorry, if any, so the conditions, it would be the same wording, but it would be, the conditions would be, pending a site visit, with the soil evaluator. John.
okay,
And access is not going to, require a notice of intent. And then seeding, restoration or seeding or planting if needed.
okay, so the access does not disturb the buffer zone.
It is gonna disturb the buffer zone, but like to what extent is the question.
Okay.
I can try to get the excavator out there too, just to see if he can shed some light, because he knows how he has to bob and weave with his
Yeah,
machine.
that's a good idea.
Yeah. You'll know just by walking out there visually, he said,
I can get through here or there. I don't have that eye, you know, but I
Yep.
kind of see it, but
"No,
someone who's driving a
that's a great
machine.
idea, John.
Okay, and so, and you're gonna say excavator operator?
Yeah.
And then have erosion controls on site as needed, if we get that far.
Okay, I got three things here, pending, site visit by commission. Access does not damage buffer zone and excavator operator to visit site to offer evaluation. Is that about it? And then if there's something that,
Erosion controls as needed. And restoration as needed.
okay, but that would be written into your,
Yeah, the determination.
okay, all right. Okay, so, it seems like we're heading to a negative determination with, qualifiers.
So the Board of Health is holding off on this until I sign off, so we wouldn't sign off until we did that.
Yeah.
There's only one day next week, just so you know that I'm in Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check with everyone, make sure I can get everyone, get the excavator, and, you know, we'll try to plan a day. If you can't do it next week, then we'll have to, it'll be another time, but it is.
Monday afternoon would be like the day, otherwise it would have to go to the next week.
Monday afternoon's the only one available next week.
Okay,
I'll check that.
so Lisa, you have all those things recorded, okay, so, I think the excavator operator is going to give probably the best, advice as far as if he can go in there without doing damage.
Right.
Okay, so, I guess what we're looking for is a negative determination with qualifications.
-3.
Is there a motion?
I'll accept that motion.
Is there a second?
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay.
Thank you, everyone, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right, John?
Lisa, thanks for your time on this, really, thank you
You're welcome.
very much.
Wow, okay.
All right, moving on.
Oh, we got two more left. Okay, next on the agenda is to, it's a new hearing, it's a request for a determination of applicability from Russell Gardner at 665 William Street, map 8, lot 23-2. Work includes performing minor grading to erect a 60 by 80-foot temporary structure with erosion control. A portion of the work falls within the 100-foot buffer zone to a bordering vegetated wetland.
Afternoon.
Yes, sir, your name is?
Russ Gardner.
How we doing, Russ?
Not
Russ?
too bad. Long day. I've been dealing with Lisa.
Okay, well, explain to us what your thoughts are and what you wish to do and.
Well, just wanting to get it over with so I can continue building the barn. So unfortunately, I couldn't stop due to scheduling reasons and vacation time I had to take, so I've been actively working, but I have erosion controls in place and I haven't touched the 26 feet, well, sorry, the 74 feet of area behind the building, so.
Okay, so, now this is strictly residential area,
Yep.
and,
Five shipping containers with a roof on top of it, that's all that it is.
I'm gonna share the sketch. He's representing himself.
Do you need these, Lisa?
Yes, I do, thank you. Did you have a copy of the sketch?
I do.
I can't find it now.
Yes, I have it. Oh, 30 paper. I do have it. I only have one. They just want to look at it.
Pass it on.
Don't mind my artist ability
Okay.
or inability.
okay, so here's William Street, septic house, here's the house.
I emailed it to you guys. Did you guys see it? Can you try to pull it up?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Well, this, now, what do you call, you're calling it a barn? This is, looks like it's 10 times the size of your house.
It's big. Wasn't originally gonna be that big, but I got a deal on the roof, so.
And what's this gonna be used for?
Storage, trucks, campers.
Does that put you into a commercial zone?
Oh, here it is. That's one. Is it in that? Oh, yes.
Missing 3.
Okay, but they get sent. You have,
Oh, I
I
do.
take those.
You do?
Yeah,
Well, these-
these- those.
You don't have that
Yep,
much storage,
thank
do you?
you.
Not a problem.
They probably don't toughen them.
Where's your access to your barn?
Right around the small garage that's at the end of the driveway on the right of the house, if you're looking at it from the street. It's not done yet. I had to kick the construction company off. We ran into some problems, so I had to put a wall in, take 2 trees down, and then I ended up getting 26 feet encroachment in 100 foot, so.
Alright,
So the closest point for the grading is how many feet now?
26 encroachment,
Right, but
74 away.
he's 74 feet, he's 74 feet away
from the wetlands.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then will be grass all the way up to the backside of the structure, probably next year.
Now, this lot has, this portion has already been graded and all that?
Yep, graded, the retaining wall's in, the 2 trees come down, the containers are there. The erosion controls are in
You said
place.
containers.
Yep, shipping containers.
Okay. What, that's gonna go inside the barn, the containers?
They are acting as walls,
They make them
cheaper than concrete.
put containers up and then they put a roof on.
Put a roof in between the 2 containers.
Oh, okay, I get you.
It's a good way to do it.
You guys have any questions?
No, I mean, that's,
No, I've been out there twice. It's pretty straightforward what he's doing.
Would you put an overhead door on those, on,
I haven't decided on a door yet. Winter's
so
coming.
you could have
so-
one end open or plastic or?
There is a container in the back, so it's just a U shape. So I have to decide what I'm gonna do for a door, but that's down the road. I've been out there all week.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get up to speed, that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come by. Just bring a pair of gloves, because I need help.
I don't think, I'm not good help. He's had shoulder surgery tomorrow.
I'm good ground help, but I'm afraid of heights. The guys that are helping me, they've been awesome, so.
They're my helpers anyway.
Are you stacking these containers at all, or?
No,
No?
no, there's two on the left, there's two on the right, and there's one in the back.
It's a good idea.
Okay, you guys have any other questions? Any questions from the audience? Okay, that was a face scratch, not a, okay, do we have a motion then that it's an RDA to issue either a negative determination, which means he's finished with us, or a positive determination means he has to file a notice of intent? Is there a motion?
Motion for a negative determination.
Thank you very much.
Is there okay, seconded by Jack. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay.
So now I have paperwork to do for you, so,
Sure thing.
it'll be, just give me a little time, won't be next week, so.
That's fine.
Check in with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I got a busy week next week with Thanksgiving and everything. I go back to work on Monday.
He did, by the way, put up erosion controls, so they are up, so I'm gonna do -3 for this. If you wanted to, amend that vote.
Okay, next on the agenda is, it's a new hearing, it's a request for,
He didn't hear me.
I'm sorry?
You didn't hear me,
We need to change, we need to amend that vote to a -3.
because it's erosion controls,
A -3.
yes.
And what's a 3?
The conditions of, there's conditions with the approval, that the erosion controls stay up until the ground is stable.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna amend it, Dave?
I would like to amend the motion, or amend the motion.
To a -3.
To a -3.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Layman's terms for me one more time. Just leave the sock there.
Leave this, leave it there until the ground is established and you get a site visit from me. So,
Perfect.
you know, if there's some erosion there, you should probably put some winter
There
rime.
hasn't been any, even with the abundance of rain that we've gotten, there hasn't had anything down there.
Great,
Because of the slope, it's so minor, that slope.
right, it's a gradual. Okay,
All right, awesome.
thank
Thanks,
you.
gentlemen.
Keep an eye on it, you know, just keep an eye on that.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is a request for a determination of applicability from Jakery, is that the way it's pronounced, LLC, for a property at 0 Wellington Street, map 15, lot 27. The request is to determine if the flagged area shown on the plan as possible isolated wetland areas is subject to the jurisdiction under the Wetland Protection Act and/or the Dayton Conservation Commission bylaw, and if so, is it accurate?
Okay, let's see, Bob, right? Okay.
Bob Webby from Engineering, Adam LaRue. And Adam LaRue, the owner of the property.
How did I do on saying the name of the LLC?
Close enough.
You've been called worse, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, yes, okay. So I've gone through it, okay, put it over here. Have they seen it?
They have a copy.
Okay. Yeah, I've studied it already.
Okay, William Street is here. If you're on William Street heading north, take a left onto Wellington. There's 3 houses and then a vacant piece of property. That's the property that we're talking about. We were gonna do perk tests out here. Before we did that, we sent the soil scientist out there, Chris Capone. He located 2 areas of concern. One is in the middle of the property, you see it right here, and then at the back of the property. The back of the property was clearly a BVW that continues on off-site, and it's located way in the back, about 600 feet back from Wellington Street. But the area in the middle, he flagged that because he did see some wetlands plants that are growing in that area. So we located the flags, and we did a topographic survey of that area to see if it held water. It was isolated land subject to flooding. And you can see the contouring goes from 177 and then slopes all the way down and down to 175 and then 174 right as you get out of that. There's no ponding in that area. But he did see the plants, and that's why we filed the RDA, mainly to see what was going on there. When I look at the Google images going back to 85, the 85 images were poor because so was satellite imagery back then. But
150 feet.
what we saw was that all of this area, since about 85, was clear. So either the old homeowners cleared it and either farmed it or planted stuff out there. He did see evidence of some grapevines out there, and that's why we filed, just to see what was going on. He didn't find any evidence of hydric soils in that area, just vegetation. So when we did the perks, we perked up in the front anyway to stay more than 100 feet away from that in case it turned out to be something. So, and the perk was successful. And since then, I think Lisa has walked the site and has spoke to Capone about that. We feel that we were told that there were other people that went out here and did perk testing on the lot. And what we saw was evidence of like equipment that had been out there, tracks and things.
Like ruts and
Yeah,
stuff.
so I think that's what probably, because it's now all growing in the last probably 5 to 8 years or so. It's all revegetating, shrubs are turning into trees. So that was the area, because it's now shaded, that the ferns were growing. And Lisa could probably explain more of what she saw out there, but we just wanted to know if this is an area that was jurisdictional or not. We thought it probably wasn't, but it's gonna be up to
You've got a
the board.
contour going down, so it's going to drain, it's gonna drain in
Yeah.
that direction.
Yeah, it
And
keeps going.
as you said, I can, visualize it not ponding, but, so there's no vernal pool or anything like that. Okay, and I know Lisa and I have spoken about it, and I don't know if you, have as well.
No, I was supposed to go out there with Lisa, but I got detained.
So the area, it's more like successional, so there's an old grape arbor that someone was growing grapes to the right, grapes and upland plant, and then there's some cherry trees and some other, but most of the vegetation in there, it's like a lot of thorns, a lot of rose bushes, very disturbed area. And I didn't find that I would think that you guys would want to protect it if it was deeper and it had a connection. I even walked the BVW in the back because Chris Capone, the wetland scientist, mentioned that there was no connection, so I asked Bob to please make sure that was also on the plan, and he did put that note about not working in the 100-foot for that. The only thing I was wondering is if you are gonna design something, you might wanna, put some sort of feature there for drainage, I don't know, but if you don't think Chris didn't think there was any hydrologic connectivity to anything, but there might be some standing water there in the spring.
Yeah, so I know when I spoke to the lady that I purchased the property from, she was trying to find the old perk test from like 11 years ago, but she had a flood in her basement actually, so she didn't think she couldn't find it, but she was pretty sure that her son was perking in that area too when they tried 11 or 12 years ago.
Well, you got a perk test up front, so.
Yeah.
And even as it is the edge of your marked area, it's 150 feet, maybe a little bit more.
Sure.
I mean, that was my quick measurement that I just did there. It seems like you've got plenty of land to work with, and that's not going to interfere with anything. And it really doesn't seem to do much of it because it's all sloped.
Yeah, and even the neighbor to the left is quite a bit like higher, so a lot of his land comes down. So we were already gonna plan to like try to grade to get the water to get to the back, so it don't rush down the street.
Follow that down to the bottom of the hill, that wooded area. You go up there, you can find a couple of cranberry bogs.
Oh, yeah?
From way back.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when you put your house in, just protect that eastern side. I guess it's the eastern side from anything that runs downhill.
Yeah, that would be the plan.
Yeah, I mean, as far as functions and values, I don't think this really offers much, you know.
Okay, you guys have any questions?
That's the southern, that's a BBW.
Abel, anything? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Any questions from the audience? Then let's have a vote. Is it we got either a negative determination or a positive determination, and it certainly seems like we're all heading in the negative area. So is there a motion?
We're doing a -2,
Do you
3?
want, it's a -1, if you wanna read it? So it would be, the area described in the request is not in an area subject to jurisdiction under the act or the buffer zone. So it'd be a -1.
Okay.
But also, is it jurisdictional under the, because we know isolated is not jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act.
No.
But is it jurisdictional under the local bylaw?
It doesn't seem so. If it was previous digging, and that's what caused that area, and it's not holding anything.
Right.
So, -1.
I agree.
Dave?
Motion for a -1 on 0 Wellington Street, LLC Jake Hare.
Jake.
Can I get
Is
that?
there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be good. Give me a little time to.
Bob, would you hand
provide
that
you-
to her as well? Thank you.
So the negative determination I have to draft up, can you just give me a couple of weeks? And then, I know you applied for a building permit.
Yeah, we still have a little ways to go.
Okay, good. I'll be-
I wouldn't be surprised.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay, I don't know, should we take, we still have some warm bodies out there. We took people out of order, because we got a list of things here.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
Let's
sorry?
see, who do we have here?
44 Hart Street, Jason, in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
I know you said.
I remember you.
Yeah.
1030 Main Street.
Yeah.
We got Hot, what, 880?
What's that?
No, he's here for Hart Street and nobody's here for that, so why don't we give it a little time on that one, because Mr. DeLima might still show up. Why don't we deal with 1060 Main first?
Wait, which
You're
one?
all here for 1060 Main?
1060. That's right. We got nothing else going on.
1060 Main? 1060 Main?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. To take 1060 Main out of order, motion?
I'll make a motion to take 1060 Main out of order.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, all right, you're on. 1060 Main.
Good evening. My name is Sean Calpan, and I'm a professional soil scientist. I'm also a wetland biologist, and I'm here to talk about 1060 Main Street today. So I am representing Greg and Brendan Feeney, and I was actually out at the site today, and essentially what happened here is we didn't actually know where the bordering vegetated wetlands were. So that's what I've been brought in to, my next step is to delineate this and be sure that we've got the correct boundaries. So I did want to note that right when my clients were notified, they jumped right on top of this and immediately, seeded and have been coordinating with Lisa on some seed mixes from New England wetland plants and also some additional stabilization seeding as well. So, oh yeah, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Okay. No, I don't have.
Okay.
I'm just still listening.
Gotcha. So that seed has been applied with weed-free straw as well. So that's been covered and that's been applied at this stage. So what we wanted to do was just kind of let you know, kind of what we were thinking about for the property. Essentially, my clients are entering the retirement phase, and they come from a long line of agricultural family uses, and that's what they are proposing and would like to do here. So the plan is to actually have some livestock. So we're looking at some cows and some sheep, and kind of sticking with that Dighton character and rural character. So the future plans are to, have some livestock grazing and to have some, we do plan on doing some structures in the future, like a workshop to do some storage of workshop stuff, and then also seed, hay, things like that for the animals, and have a structure for the animals in the future as well. Right here, we wanted to, get in front of you guys today to let you know that we are on it and we are taking care of this. There's been a request for a restoration plan, which the first step that we're going to do right now is to get those wetlands delineated so everyone knows where they are and get them surveyed. So we've got them on a plan and everyone's on the same page with that. And then that restoration plan will follow after that. And so one of the more immediate plans for this and what the activities that actually triggered the call in the first place was we're looking to actually improve an agricultural use. So the agricultural improvement on the property that we're looking to do is to encompass to put a fence, an 8-foot high fence around the property, and that's to keep predators out, to keep deer out, and then eventually to help keep the livestock on the property as well.
Now that fence is going to be on the roughly. There's a tree line there, which is sort of bordering the wetlands. That the fence will be there, or you'll show us on a plan, right?
Well, yes, absolutely. We're gonna show you. I mean, the initial thought was that we would kind of bump out as close to the property lines as we could, just to give us as much space as we could, and just kind of secure the whole site. To be honest with you.
Wait, but it's going to be. The animals aren't going to be permitted to graze in the wetlands.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Actually, I should be clear, sorry. I should have mentioned that there will also be around, because if you're familiar with the site, it used to have some vegetable farming. So we've got a, pretty decent size amount of cleared land already.
Yeah.
16 acres or so cleared area?
We think it's about 16, 18 acres, yeah.
And the plan is, we're going to have electric fence around that. So there will be an interior fence for the animals when we bring those on site as well.
You got this. If you bring them too soon, you got to spray them orange. It's almost shotgun season.
Yeah. I had my blaze orange on out there today. Don't get me wrong. I'm not messing around. For sure. Yeah. So that's our plan, and we wanted to just let you know where we were, that we're listening to you. We're on it, and basically. So what we want to do is see if, as part of that restoration plan, if we may be able to also integrate that fencing in the plan, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get animals on into the spring. So we're trying to get the fence up as soon as we can, if we can, just so we can facilitate those guys to actually get on site.
Well, give us a plan and we'll, as soon as you can, and we'll deal with it.
Okay. Yeah, if you can submit a plan to me, and then we can kind of talk about how it's going to be installed, and then we can figure out if an RDA is acceptable, or if we need an NOI for that. But you are land and agriculture.
Are they going up to 61A? So are they going to be under 61A?
We are.
They're buying the property from Jim Souza.
So it's, I think it's already there.
It's
I
already
thought
in
it was,
61, so that was why
It was
I.
in 61A.
It is in 61, so.
Yeah, so it might be a normal
That was,
improvement.
that was what I was kind of interpreting the regulations
Yeah.
as, so I just wanted to kind of hear from you as well.
We have a bylaw and it's not an improvement under our bylaw because we didn't consider agricultural
Right.
when we edited it, but we still need to do that at some point,
Yeah.
so.
So that's where we're at, you know, it's definitely gonna be agricultural use, you're not gonna see some solar farm or some condos or something like that. That's certainly not the intent here, so yeah, that's our next step, that's our plan, and we're all ears, you know, if you guys had any suggestions or things that you're looking for us to integrate, we
We're
figured.
always offering suggestions.
But with full disclosure, we stopped everything once we figured out we crossed the line. We did, as you probably know.
No, I mean, we're very pleased to hear this quickly and that, you know, you've got a plan in mind. So once it's committed to paper, we'll go through it and, you know, if we see something that might make it better, we'll offer it. And if not, it'll go your way.
So we did want to just see as far as the uplands, because we've got like lots of rock that has been accumulated throughout the years. You know how farmer fields are; they've been tossed to the side. So we did want to do like some gravel roadways. So we wanted to do some crushing on site and kind of get going on some of the upland work that would be, you know, far out of the even beyond the 100-foot. And just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up because we didn't want you to think if you see something out there that like we're doing something else.
Yeah, thank you, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we just want to be upfront, transparent.
You're not taking stone walls down or anything?
No, nothing like that. This is literally, you know, freeze thaw. They come up and they're tossed to the side for years and years.
Yep. No,
we got piles. We got plenty of piles out there. So.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of them. I was sitting up in one of those trees there for a while.
Hunter, I saw a tree stand out there. I was wondering, is that you?
Oh no, I only go behind my house now. I'm too old to be running around through the woods and too many briars.
There's still 4 or 5 tree stands out
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, you know, just below where that other field is with the farmer's trench there in the middle, there's usually 10, 15 deer in there every night.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what they don't want the deer eating your. You don't want the deer.
I push them down to you.
That's what the 8-foot fence is gonna do. Try to push those guys out into the undeveloped.
Into Dave's yard.
I don't know.
Bushes.
All right, yeah, just if you could just keep the communication open, you know, and like contact me. I can give you my direct line too. Actually, if you've seen the emails, I think my text call number, this cell phone is on there.
Okay.
So, but I will write it down as well. And then we'll just.
Now, are you all Feenies?
We are.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you. Looking forward to working with you.
We were farmers as kids. We grew up farming, and you know we still have a farm. In full disclosure, in Ireland, I think I've told you that this morning. We just want to do the right thing here. We want to have and we really want to make.
You know, I think we all love agriculture, and this town was built on it. Whether it started as strawberries or wherever it is now there's butternut everywhere, and now they're growing electricity in some of the farms.
Again, I apologize. We didn't know we encroached the wetland at the time.
You're taking care of it.
Listen, as soon as that happened, you guys we were down there. You know, we were right down there when we heard what was going on, and you guys just jumped in and took care of it. So
that's what we wanted to do.
I mean,
it was a good,
very positive action.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get a plan. You're going to give it to her.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for your time.
God save Ireland.
All right. So we can
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Mr. Machado, he has some concerns about 418 Hart Street.
Okay, that's the one on the hill going up from 138 on the right-hand side, the new house.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Motion to take 418 out of order.
He's not the developer.
No.
Oh.
He's the neighbor.
No, I'm the abutting neighbor.
Oh,
You need to go to the podium,
Yep.
please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jason Machado, 424 Hart Street. So yeah, I mean, other than the whole project's kind of been just difficult for everybody abutting the property and nearby. Everything from the hydraulic hammering. I can't tell you all the different things popped up, stuff I didn't even know, like, you know, we have a gas insert in the fireplace. Apparently the logs can shift when someone's hammering for 6 weeks straight and, you know, burn the logs, cost about $1,000. All this stuff we've been putting up with it. I haven't really been, you know, other than reaching out to Lisa from time to time, bringing a lot of it up. But the most recent one, I had to come in today because it is an issue. The land was below my land. When you looked at it, it's all ledge. I still don't know how they even built on it, but you know, they ended up kind of creeping into some conservation land. I talked to Lisa about that. They pulled stakes. But the issue I'm having now is they brought in, I don't even know how many truckloads of fill and loam, and they built up on the ledge. So now the property went from where I never had water issues because the water went down to now they decided on their own to come in, build it up, and then add more loam. There's a massive leaching field there they put in. On top of that, so now that was fine, that's legal, I have no issue with that. My dad was a building inspector for a long time, I know the codes. It's 29 feet from the property. But what they decided to do is now build up all of the land abutting my property, and then they even built up, I don't know what the thought is, maybe for mowing it, I don't know, but they built it up so it like swales all the way up to this huge leaching field area. So it was a noticeable mound, and now it's not nearly as noticeable because it was just truck after truck after truck after truck coming in. And with the recent water we just had with the rain, I never had water issues, and every tree I had around the mulch bed, they were just completely filled with water. And there's no grass there yet. There's no people living there yet. This is only gonna get worse. And the stranger part, and I'm sure Lisa's already seen this and not loving it, is the other abutting neighbor who they've asked me to come in and mention this. They built up that side as well and swaled it. But the strange part is that's now going onto the conservation land. So this whole project has just been an issue, but I had to come in today because what I'm asking is for someone to step in and have them bring that land back down to where it should be. Grading the land, I have no issue with, but building it up to the point that it's above my property and flooding my land, I had to come in and mention
Lisa, is any of that filling in our jurisdiction?
Oh, yeah. So let's back up. So you guys issued an order based on the fact that there's a local jurisdiction there. So it was under the local bylaw that we approved this in '24. Dave and I think Bill's been out.
Oh, I've been out there a
monitored
couple
it.
times.
So
I've been
from
out
the
there
start,
16 times.
they had an enforcement order from the start. So it was supposed to be addressed through the order of conditions. So on top of the issues that Mr. Machado is explaining, we now also have the posts and the placards are not up anymore. The erosion controls just got up because me and Mr. Ferry helped him obtain some. And so now we also have the driveway, I believe, in the wrong location. The driveway was supposed to be pervious, and I don't believe it is. So when I sent out the agenda, I contacted SFG, his engineer, Brad. Brad contacted me yesterday and said he wouldn't be here because he's not getting paid. Basically, he owed money, so. Now, Mr. DeLima got notified via certified mail, and they did sign for it. So, the building department is aware of the whole situation, and we do have a new building inspector that I'm about to meet soon, so.
Yeah, I spoke, we have a new one? Oh,
We have a
okay,
new
I
one.
spoke to Jeff, so.
We have a new one that was just hired last night.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make sure that, well, Nancy is already aware of it downstairs.
Yeah, my concern is just like, once the grass, I mean, because it's popping right now, so once it starts growing, I'm gonna have water all winter long, if someone doesn't stop it. And the other thing too, guys, like I came again on behalf of the neighbors. All my neighbors are elderly. I really honestly was just like, people are building, they have a right to build. I really didn't want to get involved, but they needed me to come in, and I started coming in. And then when I started talking to my dad about, codes and so on and so forth, and I've talked to Lisa about it, one of the things they mentioned in the beginning, they were gonna have no problem putting, the tanks, what are they, like, Culvic tanks, is that what they?
Caltex system?
Yeah, right, so they were gonna put tanks in because there's so much water, I couldn't understand how they were gonna build. So they were gonna do that, that usually is a deterrent a lot of times, because the contractors don't like to do that because they're so expensive. Tanks were gonna be put in. When we built 16 years ago, we built the house new, we were required by the town to put in, dry wells, with the downspouts running right into the ground. They haven't, they may be doing something now, but up to now, they haven't done anything. And I've got video surveillance, I've got 4 people living in my home. We've seen this project from day one, and there is no effort to reduce the amount of water, and now they're directing it in my direction.
Is the landowner the builder of the property?
Yeah.
So he's gonna want to sell the property?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, not without, what do you call it, a write-off from conservation?
Right,
or
he
from-
won't get a certificate of compliance. I don't know that he'll get it.
Until he does a lot of,
Yeah.
okay, so we understand your concerns, certainly Lisa does, and whenever they come in, they're gonna have to, comply with what's there. And as I can say it, there won't be any accepted amended order of conditions to support what they do. Because, what they did, if they try to amend it, that would leave the problem as it is. And we want to correct that problem if it's outside the jurisdiction of the order of conditions. Okay, I think we're all set with, are you all set?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just hoping that someone can support me
Yeah,
bring that.
yeah,
That's
We
all.
do, so the guys have an enforcement order that they need
Yeah,
to
this is-
ratify tonight,
And,
that I issued.
okay, all right. Oh, yeah, okay, that's all signed. That's already done, that was done,
You signed it before we submitted, okay.
yeah, that's all set.
Can you just formally vote on it?
So he's already got an enforcement order.
Yeah, that's what Lisa mentioned.
And,
Can you formally vote on it, please?
okay, all right, I'm looking for a motion to.
Bill wants to look at the topos for it.
Okay,
It's definitely different than what's depicted on the plan. It's cookie time. Would you like one?
I've looked at this so much. It's like-
Hazelnut or dark chocolate? Are you sure?
Thank
Do
you.
you want a cookie?
I'll take one. Thank you so much.
And Lisa, I don't know the address. You remember the older couple that came in?
Yes.
I don't know their address. I don't really know them well.
Directly across the street.
But they had so much water once the build started, that they couldn't even mow their lawn anymore. That's before. Now, that swirling, I can only imagine what that poor couple.
Contrary and I were talking about it
Yeah.
too, so.
the driveway comes through here somewhere. Where did he put the driveway? Right in the front?
He swelled it to the left.
Yeah.
And he.
It's supposed to be over to the left.
No, he's talking to the other side, the other
Oh.
left.
The other one.
To the east.
Oh yeah, when you're looking at the property, he swelled it to the right. Yes, I'm
Yes.
thinking from looking from my house. And I'm pretty sure where he swelled it to actually had stakes at one point. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she had put conservation stakes running all the way down.
On 10-6.
Okay, so here's the wetlands, here's 50 feet, so our jurisdiction comes up to here, with this pink line right here, 100 foot. That's right.
Yeah, there was posts and placards.
So we don't
I
have.
have photos, we required it, and then all of a sudden it disappeared.
I didn't bring photos because you told me not to. I got plenty if you need them.
Yeah, we don't need it, I have a million photos of the site.
too.
Great.
Lisa will,
And I would have walked over and honestly just talked to them. It's really normally not a big deal, but they just do their own thing, come and leave.
Yeah.
okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay, all right, I think we're all set then, and we'll continue on with our agenda.
Thank you for
very much
coming
for
in.
coming.
Thank you,
And
guys.
we will be on top of it.
Plan to come to the next month meeting.
I will, yeah.
Hopefully we can get him here. If we can't, it's gonna
Let's
become
see.
a more,
I'm
gonna get
looking
worse
at
for
the,
For him, right? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll come and again, if you need any statements from the neighbors, I can get them and then speak on their behalf, so.
yeah, you might want that.
Okay.
Well, we got you here. The erosion control is still in place around the site.
They added some, just recently. There was nothing for a very long time. And I'm assuming Lisa stepped in and,
Yeah. There
enforced
was
it.
There was some there that
There was
got buried,
Yeah.
and so then it got wet, and it was just, it was a mess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch.
Thank you so much.
I must have been by there 16 times.
Oh, I bet. No, I bet. My favorite part was when they started doing the hydraulic, hammering and, they didn't put any
Mats.
guardrails up of any sort, you know what I mean? Like a blanket, nothing, just posted. It hit my house, it hit my cars. It was crazy. So, yeah, this has not been fun working with the builder that's doing the project.
okay, all right, thank you.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Thank you,
I'm
everybody.
looking
I'll-
for
I'm
a
gonna-
ratification,
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Me too.
I'm looking for a ratification of the enforcement order to Junior De Lima, on property at 418 Hot Street.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that is officially,
Thank you.
okay, Lisa, I'm gonna let you pick on the, enforcement orders, if you don't think that there's been enough done or whatever, you can just skip right over, whatever and head down,
Yeah.
down the column.
Yeah, it should go fairly quickly. Just give me a second, okay?
Should go very quickly.
So, 2371 County, we received an email from the lawyer. I think at this point with that one, we're gonna move, on to executive session another time, so we need to set up a meeting to discuss that. You guys have a date in mind, you wanna do a meeting for that?
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah, couple weeks.
Yeah.
Jim,
I'm sorry, I was, doing some work here.
do you want an executive session meeting for this item?
On which one?
2371 County?
Yes, Enos.
So we can, so the lawyers can start coordinating together this week.
Where, 2371?
Correct,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm hoping that the state is gonna come in. They, from what we're told,
Okay, let's set up, a meeting, what day and time's good?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday? That's Thanksgiving.
She was gonna look, see if it was all right.
The following Thursday, the 4th?
December 4th?
Can we do it early, though? Any chance we can do it early? Thursdays I bowl. I have to miss bowling for this.
December 4th, executive.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
I don't,
Let's do it at 10 then.
can anyone, I mean, could you attend 10 o'clock on the phone at least?
I could be on the phone, sure,
Okay, what about you, Jack?
if you remind me.
Make a point,
Okay.
what is this,
Let me see if Matt Kloss is available. 12/4, which is a Thursday, right?
Yep.
At 10. All right. And then 2470 Pleasant Street and 2421 County. I received an email from the owner, Mr. Vaught. He's looking for a reputable contractor to do the work out here. And I told him I can't make any recommendations. I told him I'd make an announcement, but there's no one here right now. But if anyone's watching who knows anyone who can do the work for him.
And this would be what, restoration?
Yeah, the restoration plan that we approved. And we received an email from Mrs. Whitmore today, too, as an update to the, let me just find it. She said, to whom it may concern. I'm gonna have to open it in another browser, sorry. Did I forward it to you guys this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay, can you read it, Dave?
Yeah.
Because I can't open it on this phone. The Outlook is a problem. Thank you.
This is from Darlene Whitmore. To whom it may concern, we have disposed of the animals from that site, removed shelter from the area of concern, and also removed all the wire fence that was used to contain the animals as told by the engineer.
Okay, you know, I can attest that has been done. I think they need a little cleaning up of whatever that is, whether it's gonna grow back on its own or, you know, but that has been, you know, the animals and fencing, you know, is as described.
My sentiments exactly. We drove by there.
Yeah, should we request a site
You know,
visit?
I think
It should be cleaned up a little bit.
cleaned up a little bit more, I mean, as far as roughness of, and then throw some seed in there.
Do you want to request a site visit with them or D'Souza? How about them to keep the costs down?
Yeah, I think that would be good. And
Okay.
you know, what you were saying about just throwing in some wetland seed mix from an appropriate location, appropriate retailer.
And then 1070 Smith, I did get an email back from Mrs. Moreau. This is the one where they did file with us. Remember, they filed with Zenith an RDA for the work that's out there. I believe it was an RDA. Do you guys remember that recently? They don't plan to do the work until the spring, but a contractor did reach out to me today to have a conversation, and I do need to call him back. So that sounds good. Happy that's happening. They need to stabilize that. Unfortunately, they messed with the window for the winter, but come spring, hopefully that'll be in better shape. 260 Country Hill Drive.
Well, that and 662, I think they're all set, aren't they?
No, they're not.
I talked to 662 Somerset Ave.
Yeah.
He's gonna get back to us with the plantings after he,
Okay.
takes
Come
care of
spring.
himself. Yeah, about springtime probably.
Yeah, and 260, they did purchase the seed, but they missed the window. They were gonna wait and see what grew in the spring, so we'll
Yeah.
follow up. This will be taken off the agenda till the spring.
Okay.
And same thing with 662. 2625 Lewis Street, I asked Dave to help me with that one.
I've left 2 messages, pretty much explicit messages to please contact me, and I've been blown off. I don't know if that's the right words to use, but I'm sorry.
No worries
It's the
about it.
truth. Good description.
Yeah. 1861 Somerset Ave, I did get a message, and I need to return the gentleman's phone call. He does want to file with us, so they're moving in the right direction. I will give him a call as well as soon as I can. Zero Prospect, as you know, was on the agenda tonight, so that one can come off. Or actually go to the Springs to see some planting and seeding. And then Zero Horton, I did receive a response from the owner, because we had required them to seed the disturbance in the buffer zone. He does plan to plant, and they did seed it, so I told him that'll come back on in the spring, as well. And 700 Main Street, let's see here, do have that here. So we received an email with photos, before the meeting. This is in response to the complaint. So Jen Cabral said, "Hi, sorry for the delayed response. I saw a Facebook post about tonight's meeting and it dawned on me I never sent the update. Since your visit, we have of course stopped adding to the front right side of the driveway, which is a buffer zone disturbance. We purchased the winter rye and it has been seeded. The photos are attached. We look forward to continuing to maintain our property while also protecting the wetlands. Thank you, the Aldekins."
Awesome.
Okay. Now, winter ride, that's going to, they're going to replace that sometime. Winter rye is going to just grow 3 feet high in the spring and,
Yeah.
In that area,
It's a
that might be all right.
It's it's actually a portion of the lawn. They just have regraded, a small portion next to the driveway, so.
okay.
I'm sure they will seed as needed. They've been, this is the second or the third complaint that we've received that they've responded to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's head down to meeting minutes.
Yep.
Well, okay, May 29th, do we have a motion to accept those minutes?
Motion to accept the minutes from 5/29/25.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion to accept the minutes from October 16, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, there we go. And okay.
Bills payable.
Yeah.
Paul and I have been ensuring that's happening.
Okay, is there anything here that needs to be done? Okay, that bills payable, we're all set with that?
Yeah.
Okay, Shepherd red line version of the subdivision law. There was something that I did like on that. It's home, but it was all land which is wetland or whatever is just discarded as usable lots, and then they can only have how many houses they could build
in the other land, the usable land, by the normal lot size. And then if they shrink them into a subdivision, that the extra land from the subdivision would then be used for playgrounds or whatever. So they wouldn't, if it's a 100-acre lot and 50 acres are not usable, how many houses could they get on that 50-acre land? And then if they say, okay, we could, because of roadway and sidewalks, they can only get 20 houses, well, that's all they can put there, and then the rest of the space would be open space. Would be open space. Yeah, so I mean, I like that that statement in there.
Great. Yeah, did anyone else have anything? I know we had them come and we already kind of
Yeah,
discussed it.
Paul was kind of handling that.
Yeah.
With the red
I
line.
know he has.
I haven't even looked at this.
I believe I sent his comments to her, but if I didn't, I believe one of us did. I'm gonna make myself a note here. All right, and then the flow chart. Did you guys all see the flow chart that the planning board had proposed? The application flow chart?
Yeah, the one you gave me that was all marked up, oh my goodness.
Well,
That was Nancy's
Nancy's
copy.
markup copy about stormwater. So.
I don't know how anyone can follow this.
Good. Which one is it? Is it
I had a
September
tough
30?
time.
Well, I gave up on it. I said, you know, you go here, you go there.
That was,
You go here, you go there. If you don't go here, you gotta go this other side. And I'm just saying, oh, wait a minute. What we need is, you apply to get a perk test, you apply to conservation, you apply for a building permit, and then you go from there. It's too complicated. It's too complicated.
I think so. Too much room for error here.
It's too complicated. This whole flow chart is utterly.
What the planning board is trying to do is,
Help people.
right. So do we want to request a meeting with them to go over this? Because I don't know how comfortable I feel saying this is too complicated, just saying this is, I mean, we're not
So
offering.
let's have a meeting with them.
We're
We
not
can have-
offering a solution.
This is far better than anything anybody else has brought up.
Very true.
That's only because no one's brought up anything.
Well,
Can you follow it? Can you follow it?
Yeah, I followed the whole thing. How hard is it? You know what I mean? If you supposedly graduated from high school, actually if you graduated from grammar school, you can follow that.
Oh.
Everybody tells us, you know, that the building department's gonna send everybody in the right direction. The zoning board's gonna do it, this one's gonna, but nobody does it. And then when everything's all messed up, here they sit over here. And they want us to straighten out the lot sizes or the drainage or something else. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
this, whatever, according to this here, everything starts with conservation, according to this.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think it should. So, but you know, there's also the concern that Tom Ferry and I and Nancy have about stormwater. Because if the stormwater, if it's gonna disturb over 35,000 square feet, then it triggers a stormwater permit. So, you know, Nancy did have this marked up.
All you gotta do there, Jim, is when, please go.
Well, they're using us as a clearinghouse, right?
Huh?
They're using us as a clearinghouse.
Well,
Conservation.
I think it should be. You don't think it should?
And say, oh, you don't have to come here, you can go to the next step.
Right.
Right, which is similar to, if we want to get into the last item, correspondence, preliminary review form, can we add discussion now about that while we're talking about this? So, the preliminary review form that we drafted, I know I emailed you guys a copy of it, and it's what other towns use. So basically, The situation we have here is that we have a permit link that is underutilized in the town hall. Right now, there's only select departments on. I'm on, conservation is on, building's on, the treasurer's office is on, assessors, I believe, is on now, but we don't have board of health, we don't have planning, and the other departments, so. Where's the, how are we coordinating? Right now, you know, we have to verbally call another office to find out what's going on.
You know, I mean, after this right here, this section right here in this corner, after this, it gets almost confusing where they're saying, well, they're sending you to all these different boards, but, I mean, right here is easy. But once you get in here, and you see all these zigzag lines that you can go to this department, that department, both departments, it's very, very confusing. I find it that way.
Well, a lot of it, yes and no, I mean, if necessary. Some of it can be eliminated right off.
Some of it can be,
If you're gonna go up on the top of Maple Street, you know what I mean, and build up there basically to the left, going up the hill, we can pretty much tell and move on, because there isn't much wetlands there.
Yeah.
Go to another area, same thing, but if you're going up Fremont Street, there isn't too many places where you can walk where you won't get your feet wet, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying, because
Yeah.
we would be able to stop some action before it even gets going.
Right.
And
Well,
then
I mean,
we would
I'm not
alleviate
saying
some,
I'm-
well, that's why I'm saying,
Jim.
this part right here is easy.
Well, you
It's
can't
good.
stop them totally if they can replicate. Because we've done that before, right on Center Street and a few other places. If you can replicate wetlands to get to uplands, we've let it happen, but at least you're gonna have to tell them you gotta start
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And then if it's this, or if it's that, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to go see the planning board, or board of appeals, or.
Yeah, so basically they start with us, but then ultimately, planning and conservation are supposed to be reviewing things at the same time now with Weston and Sampson, so say a commercial or a bigger, it's like a subdivision.
Yeah.
That's kind of the general feeling is that we all wanna, and that should make things streamlined somewhat, because then Weston and Sampson is reviewing it at the same time, like we've been doing with the other, like we just did with, Bell Farms and, the other subdivision on William Street, Elm Street. But then, you know, you do have the stormwater component, so,
Yeah, but that could be mentioned in the process.
yeah, towards the beginning, I think.
Because everybody supposedly got a personnel on the stormwater, right? This department, that department.
Yeah, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Well, no, but I mean, there's enough people there to mention it.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to like, so this should help. Do we wanna request a meeting with them to discuss it?
No, we're gonna have some kind of a plan as to what we're gonna say, you know? And we gotta offer something that's gonna be better and see if they like it.
Actually, our portion starts it.
Yeah.
So it's the other departments that have to have planning. If we start it and we condition a project, it just goes all to the other boards and we don't have anything else to do until they get approval from the other departments and then we monitor what they do.
Yeah, we gotta get it so they start with us.
That's what it is. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
said.
mean, a
This
lot of
part
them-
is easy, right here.
A lot of them,
Yeah, they jump.
there's problems because they went downstairs and they went here, they went there.
Yeah.
And they didn't start with us.
Right.
So at least with this,
This starts with us.
right there, it says start.
Yep.
Don't pass go, don't collect $200.
No,
Right here.
I like that. No,
Yeah.
that I like. I think that's extremely important.
Right.
So Lisa's gonna say, no wetlands,
go to the next one.
So
right
I think
away.
that's where the preliminary review form discussion comes into place, which we have on the agenda for the selectmen's meeting. Was it December 10th? The next meeting. Is, okay, you know, not just having this, but, here, you wanna do this, here, take this paper, get signed off by the conservation department.
How about something, and I don't know, I haven't thought this through yet, but look, similar to what you just said, if we basically, we're first, and we turn around, and we're responsible to say, look, your next step is this, this, and this, or this and this, right? They go to the next step, and that department is responsible to send them in the next step, and they have some kind of a sign-off sheet where each department can sign off for
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the permit link.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
It's not being used.
Well-
It could be used better, just like that.
Yeah, and basically,
We've only been talking about that for almost 2 years.
Probably 4.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But I think
we've
it's-
had problems right along there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? We got buildings people can't use, and, you know, they gotta change driveways, and there's access to, everybody's butting heads.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think, you know, this is where the new building inspector, we're gonna have to meet with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yeah. It's,
When he comes in, and we're gonna have to say, hey, you know, all action starts here.
He was a building inspector in another community. It was also a community on the water, so I think he.
So he's familiar,
Yeah.
good. So maybe we can start out on the right foot.
Yeah.
You know,
In
working
each
together
department,
as
we
a
refer them to,
well-oiled machine.
You know,
I know.
we'll get them to the next step.
Yeah.
But have a sign-off sheet, so the individual, and again, I haven't thought this through.
We're supposed
We used to.
now,
Yeah, we used to have them.
Everybody keeps saying, oh, yeah, you know, but it doesn't show up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, if we can do something like that, give them direction, but yet have everything listed so that they know they gotta satisfy all these things. Now you gotta go back to Concom prior to building. This is getting your lot approved. Now you gotta get your house site and what you're gonna do approved and have your drawings and so forth, you know, something like that. And then they go to the next step,
Yeah.
you know.
This might have it all, but it's all these
I think
arrows
it's all
going
here.
in different directions.
I think it's, like you said, it's confusing, but they got it color coded pretty good.
Yeah, but I think what could come of this, not to interrupt you, is that process could be written out in a step format, right?
Yep.
So, like, I think from our department too, we could write out a step format, you know, so people understand what we're supposed to be, how they need to work with us from the beginning. So that maybe the building department now would accept steps, like a handout to give people. Because that was really what I had tried to do previously, was can you, before you, because once they accept the building permit, they only have so much time to,
Respond.
yeah. And so can you give this to them ahead of time so that they can see that they should deal with this stuff before they go to the finish line. Don't go to the finish line first.
Right, direct them here, and then either we give it to them, or they should already have it. Oh, did they give you this? Oh, gee, you need this. You know, if they don't, at least they sent them here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something along that line, and then they can see the steps, go right down the steps.
But, you know, this might be exquisite, but it's very confusing.
Yeah, we could plagiarize this though. Take the information that's on here and maybe put it
like a list
on the list form. You know.
Yeah.
And maybe we give them one of these and the list.
Right. See, I mean,
Maybe we give them both, or we print it on the back, or.
Yeah.
So they can't say they don't have this, and we printed it on here.
some towns have like a permitting guide, like an actual guide,
Hmm.
that it's kind of like a, you know, more
Well,
like-
Okay,
would you put a numerical order?
But I mean, that's.
You know, like a.
Yeah, if
Serial
you
number
did
on
that, yeah.
okay. Now, you work in multiple towns, communities. Do you have access to all these towns' flow charts?
Well, to be honest with you, I work in a lot of towns, but in the last 8+ years, someone's always ahead of me getting these things, whether it be the engineering, the developer himself, or whatever. So I don't keep a engineering staff anymore. I don't even have an office staff. So I'm sort of wearing a lot of hats, but not doing something like this. I don't even acquire permits most of the time, you know.
Okay. All right, let's,
So, I mean, it could be.
I'll work on something as far as reducing this down to a more manageable level, but to include everybody. I mean, like I say, this might be perfect. I like where it starts with us, because if it's wetlands, why go any further?
Yeah, absolutely. If they can't get by that, then why waste their time?
Yeah.
You know? So, but I would consider putting it on the same sheet and getting people to sign off, and maybe even put a serial number on the sheet, or someone write a number, file number or something. So we know that it hasn't been changed or tampered with. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And this way here, and they know to go down the list, and they can get direction. Once that's in force, I mean, you know, in service, people will get used to handling it. They'll be looking for it, and other departments will be looking for it, because they know they got to sign off.
I mean, when you come down to it, how many departments are we dealing with? First of all, conservation, we're dealing with Board of Health.
4, right? Or is it 5?
Planning, zoning. But then you also have did they pay their taxes? So they need a treasurer sign off. I think they need an assessor sign off too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so 6 then.
Yeah, building. I mean, but zoning, it's a matter of lookup.
Yeah, but wouldn't the building department automatically look up and see about the taxes?
No, they would look up zoning, they would know zoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
zoning, okay.
Yes, so how it works now is the building department gets in an application electronically for a building permit. Then they task it to me, the treasurer, I think the assessor. That's how it's done now. And then we review to see, oh, hey, yeah, you can build that shed, or hey, you need to come and file with us, or hey, can you give us a little more information? So that's how it's done now.
Because I think most people wouldn't even think of going to conservation
No,
first.
they wouldn't.
They want to go and get their building permit. They want to put up a garage, let's go get a building permit. And so, you know, if that is the normal thought process of people, then it would be okay to start with them, but they cannot continue until we sign off.
Yeah, but that hasn't worked out in the past, Jim.
No, it hasn't, because someone knew more than us.
Yeah.
But you may have a chance with someone new.
There you go.
We should be able to.
I plan to meet with him sometime when he said 2 weeks, December. Looks like he'd be coming on.
I don't think he's starting next week, he's starting the week after.
That's December.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Is that enough I mean, the
Yeah,
preliminary.
I think we got something, thought process going.
So, does anyone else, I'm gonna go to the meeting on December 10th, does anyone else wanna go? I mean, to talk about the preliminary review form at least?
I got some
I'm
Yeah.
happy to go over that. My schedule is going uphill at the moment.
All right,
My
so
schedule is just.
You said December 10th?
Yes.
I gotta see where I am, where I am in this job that's driving me nuts, so.
All right, we can move on to the next item,
Okay,
which is the calendar, correct? I gave you
Lisa,
guys all a copy.
Lisa there, that should have that.
Yeah.
Okay, the calendar,
Yeah, I'm good with those, all those dates. Moving on.
okay, calendar is,
Approved. Awesome.
okay, we don't have to vote on that, that's just a continuation of what we're doing.
Right, no, we don't have to vote on it, but I did wanna make sure that anybody listening or realizes that our January meeting, the deadline for submission is January 6th, and the meeting date is January 22nd, which deviates a little bit from our regular schedule due to the fact that that holiday week, I am not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you wanna vote on the schedule, the meeting schedule?
Want to?
Okay, is there a motion to approve the preliminary meeting schedule for 2026?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, next is the purchase of a laptop. Okay, the commission had use of a laptop from the Board of Health for a week or two. They required it back. Lisa is without the use of the laptop, and she has gone through various areas and looked up the necessary laptop, and right now it's going to be the laptop, which would be, and that's on internet price.
That's straight from the IT guy.
Okay, from the IT, and there's gonna be IT set up. Okay, now what's this keyboard? Is that the special keyboard?
It's whatever they said I needed.
Okay, and then you got to, and that's gonna be, does that include, that price include setup?
I don't know, Jim.
Okay, all right. What I'm looking for then is a motion to purchase laptop with accessory and setup, not to exceed $2,000, and that's $1,450. That's about $300, $400 over the actual purchase price because of the setup. Okay, so if we do it that way, we know where our funding is. And Lisa, we got professional technical, we got 2170. So we got enough to cover it.
Sounds good.
Is there a motion to purchase laptop and accessories not to exceed $2,000?
I'll make a motion to accept the laptop purchase, not to exceed 2,000.
Second.
Did I get it all?
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Did you get that paperwork on it? Lisa, here, let me,
Thank you. Sounds good.
okay.
Yeah, it's a Surface Pro. It's not a laptop. It's a little bit different, but.
Okay, I think we're all set for this tonight. Are we, correspondence, no public, adjournment. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.